Let me give you a quick timeline. About 3 months ago, my beloved Pixel Fold failed. It cracked. And after a significantly frustrating back and forth with Google support, it was finally replaced under warranty. Unfortunately, about 2 weeks ago, that refurbished model that they sent me also failed. Now, I got to point out that I didn't even daily drive that thing for that entire 3 month span. I kind of split the time between it and the OnePlus Open. So it really probably only had about a month and a half worth of wear and tear on it. It had never been dropped. Nothing bad happened to this thing. And it also cracked, this time right down the middle. This time my Mint Mobile Allstate insurance covered it. And with an $89 deductible, I have a brand new Pixel Fold in my pocket. If you want to hear all about that initial Google warranty experience, as well as the Mint Mobile insurance experience, I will drop links to both of those videos down below. But in this video, I kind of want to update everybody on something I talked about after the first crack, the first failure. I posted this video. Has my opinion on Earth, was that a sidebar? I didn't even know you could do that. Has my opinion on folding phones changed since my Pixel Fold cracked? And in that video, I basically said that no, it really hasn't, because I was, fully understanding that these sorts of things happen. Like I said in a prior video, if you play Russian roulette long enough, eventually you are going to have something bad happen. If you keep buying and using these folding phones, eventually you're going to have one of them fail. You're just playing the odds. But I must admit, now that it has happened to me not just once, but twice, and the second time happening much, much, much sooner than I expected it to, I am definitely kind of fighting those negative feelings a little bit more. I'm going to let you guys in on something. I pride myself in being a very logical, very reasonable person. And when I see people that say, I bought this folding phone and it failed, I will never buy another phone from that brand again, it always has kind of made me cringe a little bit, because I have heard stories about every brand, right? When you say that about the Pixel and you say, I'm going to Samsung, without really fully understanding that the same thing has happened to people with Samsung folding devices, and the same thing has happened with OnePlus folding devices, where they have failed spontaneously. Maybe the OEM has not wanted to repair them. They've gotten it repaired, and then the repaired one has broken. I've heard these stories over and over from every brand. So like I said, when someone says, I'm never buying a Pixel again, I'm going to go to Samsung, they don't necessarily realize that the grass might not be greener on the other side. But again, like I said, I'm going to let you kind of in on something a little bit. Despite the fact that I pride myself in being a very logical person, I find myself having those very same feelings. As I am putting my own personal money down on a Pixel 9 Pro Fold, I am having those very apprehensive feelings. Now, to be totally fair, I'm having similar apprehensive feelings using other folding phones, right? Like while my Pixel Fold was off to Allstate, I was using the OnePlus Open. And I got to tell you, I kind of had those thoughts in the back of my mind whenever I would open this thing up, that I'd feel a little bit nervous from time to time, because I've now had 2 failures in a 3-month span. All the while, I'm trying to just basically remind myself that it's just bad luck, okay? Like, there are plenty of people who have used these phones for years with no problems. My Z Fold 4 is still chugging right along. There's a Z Flip 3 in my closet that's been used quite a bit, and it is still chugging along just fine. My OnePlus Open is just fine. You in the comments, you can probably right now talk about your Pixel Fold that's over a year old, your Z Fold 5, your OnePlus Open, whatever it might be, and they're all doing just fine. There are bad luck instances, and that's what I have experienced. But I have to admit to you guys that has kind of left me a little bit gun shy. And if I look at the way that Google has talked about the Pixel 9 Pro Fold and how little they've talked about the folding screen and the hinge, that does make things a little bit worse, right? Like, if you look around, look at their blog posts, look at their announcement videos, they really didn't talk about this stuff at all. It has a fluid friction hinge that allows it to easily open flat, satisfying snap, blah, 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 blah. It's bright. They really don't say a whole heck of a lot. I'll give full credit here to Samsung, who, during their announcements every year, they talk about how the hinge has improved and the technology in that folding screen. They've got this new fluid, this non-Newtonian fluid that is in some way incorporated into the screen. Even if that stuff doesn't amount to anything, just tell me about it. Make me believe. Tell me something that you actually been working on. Again, even if in real life it's only like a 5% improvement, it does make me feel a little bit better than to hear nothing. We know that this hinge in the Pixel 9 Pro Fold has been fully re-engineered because it has to have been. We've all seen the original Pixel Fold, how it looked basically like a Surface Duo. Some of the hinge was exposed above and below the screen. That is no longer the case. So we know this hinge is reworked. What does that mean for the durability of the screen? Are things getting better? Are you bending the screen less? Talk about this stuff. Talk about that bend radius a bit more. People like me would love to hear about it, would love to hear about how you're making these things more durable. In terms of what these devices can offer me, the experience that they provide of having a standard smartphone that can open up into a tablet that can then be used for a completely different use case. In my, instance, it's usually multitasking. It's usually running multiple apps at a time, which I find to be extremely beneficial. I still believe in that 100%, and it would be so hard for me to full-time go back to a normal slab-style phone. I should have the Pixel 9 Pro XL in-house hopefully sometime in the next couple of days. I'm supposed to be getting one of them from Team Pixel or for my Team Pixel membership, I guess you could say. I don't think it's actually shipped yet, so when that will arrive, I don't know. But as I review that, it's something that's going to be in my head. Is how is this experience of not being able to open it up into a tablet is something that is definitely a big drawback for me anytime I switch to a slab-style phone. So again, I believe in that concept wholeheartedly. But I have to admit, for the first time probably ever, my confidence in these devices has been shaken a little bit. I finally have that apprehension when I open them. I have just that little bit of additional anxiety there that maybe I didn't have before. And I don't know what's going to, have to take place for that to go away. Maybe it's just going to take 6 or 8 months of nothing bad happening. Maybe the technology continues to improve and these sorts of things become rarer and rarer and more a thing of the past. But that's something that we're only going to be able to kind of tell as time does go on. At any rate, guys, I just thought this was sort of an interesting topic and something that I thought might be fun to sort of communicate to you guys and get your feedback on. How do you feel about this stuff? I know that a lot of you are going to be in the comments saying this is the reason why I've never bought a folding phone or why I won't buy another folding phone. I know some of you are going to say folding phone from brand A broke and I'm on to brand B and it's been fine, and you're going to be happy, doing that. So I do know some of what's going to be said, but I'm sure there's going to be some comments down there that we'll all find potentially interesting. So thanks for watching. Thanks for those comments. I'll see you on the next one. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.